If the thought of detangling your hair gives you war flashbacks, then this is the right video for you. Today, we'll be going into depth on how to easily detangle your hair in minutes with minimal shedding and zero mental breakdowns. You're going to need 4 things: your favorite conditioner, your favorite detangling brush. Mine is the Tangle teezer, and some people really like the Felicia leatherwood brush or the easy detangling brush, a clip to help you separate your hair, and most importantly, water and lots of it. Step 1. We're going to completely saturate the hair. Soak it, let it take as long as it needs to, but just make sure that all of your hair is as wet as you can possibly get it. For my low porosity girls or my girls who have a lot of product buildup, this may take a little bit longer, but that's completely okay. I recommend taking that time and even perhaps massaging that water into your hair. Even though my hair is on the more high porosity side, I still massage that water into my hair. I also take some of this time to massage the water into my scalp because it's just going to make the next couple of steps much easier. Step 2, we're going to separate the hair so that you can work on a smaller section. This is going to prevent breakage. Make sure that you're as gentle as you can be because the hair is still quite tangled, so you want to be really gentle with the way that you separate your strands. If your hair is extremely tangled, I highly recommend taking a smaller amount of hair than I just have in this video. This is again going to help you prevent breakage and just work a little bit slower. Now that I've got my section, I'm again making sure that it's really saturated. I'm grabbing my conditioner and now I'm going to begin finger detangling. So I'm placing the conditioner at the root all the way down to the ends, and I'm finger detangling the hair very gently. And when it comes to finger detangling, it's not necessarily about just using your fingers as a comb. It's essentially going to your roots and relieving the tangles that are right at the roots. So if you see me, it looks like I'm scratching my scalp. I'm going into my scalp and I'm parting my hair, and then I'm pulling down that tangle each and every time. This is going to prep my hair for the brush. Finger detangling is a way of you ensuring that you don't rip your hair out with your brush because you're able to feel the larger tangles that your brush will just sort of rip right through. Once you feel like your roots are thoroughly detangled, then you can just kind of look at the shaft of your hair and just try to pull apart your hair in different spots, and then you're ready to grab your brush. So we're going to start from the very ends of the hair, and again, the name of the game is being gentle. So I am barely even inching. I basically am centimetering up the shaft of my hair. This just helps you prevent breakage, again, going up slowly and just being able to see if there is resistance. If there's too much resistance, then you would just put the brush back down and do a quick little finger detangling session again. But as you can see, the finger detangling that we just did together was sufficient, and my brush is able to glide right through my hair. And oh, I almost forgot to mention, part of what's helping my brush glide through my hair in this way is the fact that I'm detangling under running water. I always prefer to detangle my hair in this way. I just feel like it's the ultimate way to detangle with minimal breakage, minimal shedding. You see how we barely have any hairs at all, and we've already done a quarter of our hair? And that's all there is to it. So we're going to continue this all around the head. We're going to section the hair, condition / finger detangle, and then take our brush from the very tips all the way up to the top, very slowly and very gently. This is not a necessity, but I like to combine the different sections that I've detangled so that I can ensure that there are no tangles between them as well. So I'm essentially merging the 2 or 3 sections that I've already detangled, and I'm just making sure that I get right at the scalp. I'm basically scratching my scalp with my tangle teezer here to ensure that I haven't left any tangles behind. Again, guys, look at how little hair we're losing during this detangling session. I told you. I also want to show you that you don't necessarily have to use conditioner to detangle your hair if your hair is not that tangled. The front pieces of my hair tend to just not get super tangled unless I've really been neglecting my hair, so you can use the exact same methods, brushing very slowly from ends to roots under running water if your hair doesn't necessarily need that conditioner. or finger detangling. So again, as you can see, I'm just merging all of the hair together, all of the detangled sections, and I'm detangling it as one. And this is going to just ensure that anything that has been left behind is completely obliterated at this point. So we completed one half of the head and we're moving on to the next. And again, it's the same story, fully saturated hair, adding in some conditioner, doing a little finger detangle and brushing from the very ends to the top. I'm telling you, it's such an easy method and it just alleviates all sorts of stress from your wash day. I will actually do this detangling session before I even shampoo my hair, and I know it may seem like a lot, but I'm telling you, if I'm not filming this takes me a maximum of like 5 to 10 minutes. 10 minutes if I've been neglecting my hair, which I don't do very often, but 5 to 10 minutes anywhere in between there will give me a full detangling session. And I do this before shampooing because I don't want to create a tangled mess. And I find that when you go in with shampoo with quite tangled hair to begin with, you just get stuck with all of these knots all over the place and it can be quite frustrating. Versus when you shampoo fully detangled hair and you're shampooing in a downwards motion, you're smoothing and you're making sure that when you massage your roots, you're also pulling those tangles down and you're just completely avoiding creating knots. It's the best thing ever. Wash day is an absolute breeze. And this is all of the shedding that we got at the end. Extremely minimal shedding. This is what happens when you detangle your hair very gently and when you don't go too long in between your washes. Follow for more.